I believe that there are a limited number of productive years in a high intensity business. And I'm going to give you a hard number, 10. I think you have 10 phenomenal years once you crack the code and figure it out. Now, does that mean business is going to tank on the 11th year? No, you're going to have ups and downs like every single business out there. So the money that you make when business is good has to last you not only through the tough times, but has to also last you through your retirement. I mean, you're not going to do this forever, are you? Some people say they are.
Right.
And their intentions are good, but that doesn't mean they can or they will. Now, I talked to a gentleman that you know very well just yesterday, who's 81 years old and is still building his business and showing no signs of slowing down. But in our community, Lawrence, you know this as well as I do. He's in the minority. He's the one percenter. We don't have a lot of 81-year-olds that look as great as he does and are like planning out his next 10 years of business. So, everybody else is, well, maybe like me. I retired from personal training when I was 50 years old.
Yeah, it's interesting because there are a few that come to mind, names that come to mind of people that are in their later years who don't seem to be slowing down, who love every second. A lot of us know these people in the strength training world, but it is probably a selection bias, right? Or like a survivorship bias, because for every one of those, there's many who maybe they just stopped being interested in it, or, they just maybe got tired of it or wanted to change, or maybe they were, like you say, they have external forces. I know COVID was hard on a lot of business owners. As some people saw that as, maybe people who were later on in their careers kind of saw that as almost an opportunity or a reason to stop. And that's okay if as long as they weren't, didn't have the desire to keep going and weren't kind of just like giving up. But yeah, so I try to stay aware of not everyone has that sticking power or frankly wants to keep doing it that long,
Well, and you could look at it two other ways. One way is that imagine doing over 100 sessions per week, like I did. There's a burnout factor. There's a point in time where you just don't want to do it. I mean, I accumulated over 150,000 sessions in a very short period of time relatively to a business. Okay, so there's burnout. And at some point there's like, okay, I really don't want to do this. And I don't want to go to the next level of multiple locations and franchising and stepping back because it had its headaches and I didn't want them.
But that is one route, isn't it? Building to sell. And that's the same for any business, right?
Yes.
If you build to sell, that is also another kind of backup plan, but comes with additional challenges.
Yes, absolutely. That's that is definitely another way to go. And another way to look at this is, well, what if I paced myself? What if I was only doing 20 or 30 sessions per week and making a very modest income? Could you do that forever? Yeah, you probably could. If I was doing 25, 30, 40 sessions a week, I'm paying my bills. I'm living very modestly. It's better than working at Home Depot or any other kind of job you can get. It's more money, less time. It's healthier on my body. Could I do it until I'm 81 or 91? Yeah, I probably could have.
Yeah. There's quite a few of those, actually. You're making me think of a lot of people that have joined our communities recently. Some of them have that goal where they're like, I want to be done by noon. And the cool thing is in our business, you can make a lot of money and be done by noon.